Texas two-step, whatever it is they used to do.
I need to. Dancing's actually pretty good exercise, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we're live.
Okay.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Me? I'm fine. I'm finer than frog hair. So we have Anissa, who beat Lag in BCP.
Bam. Okay. Ping's
Ping
early.
Ping Chi. She was here at 4:30 in the morning. Jabus. Good people in Lag. Taking my supplements and my prescription. Stay healthy, folks. Yep. I take so many pills I rattle when I walk.
I don't take mine until 9 o'clock,
Forest,
or in this case,
man.
10-ish.
I'm a serious person. Yeah, you are, Lag.
Okay. What did you go lay down by the heater?
Here for a serious show. You all want to be serious? I'm seriously having fun this morning. Those are nice nuts. Well, thank you. They are pecans. It's time to go out in the backyard and get them all picked up and shelled out. I can play poker and shell pecans at the same time. Never saw a pecan in a shell. You serious? Of
Who
course,
said
out
that?
in California they have almonds.
Yeah.
They don't have much in the way of pecans. Pecans grow good in our county. Not very many things do. We have really thin soil. My screen is black still? No, it's clear now. Yep. Morning, Mike. Welcome to the show. It's nuts around here. I'm too old to be serious. Get rid of your pecan trees. If I would water them some during this, like June, July, and August, we would have a lot more, but I never can remember. Pecans. No, they're
Yeah.
pecans.
Pecans. Pecan pie, not
No,
pecan pie, unless
no,
you're
it's
from an uppity
pecan.
area.
Tom, you're wrong. It's pecan.
Nah, it's pecans.
No,
From
it's
the in the
not.
south, they're pecans.
No, no, they're not. I'm in the South and they're pecans.
No, you're not in the south. You're in the west. You're out where the cowboys live.
Oh my God. Texas is not South. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's
You're right,
south, but
Tom.
it's southwest, and that west part overrides all the gentility of the south.
Gentility. Y'all talk like a bunch of hillbilly hicks over there.
That's all right. We
Uh,
have the largest nuclear weapon depot in the world, so screw
we got
you.
the world's largest nuclear weapons dismantling in Amarillo, Texas. Uh, moved to Connecticut. They all live on cruise ships. So, already arguing this morning.
Yep. Okay, everybody say happy birthday, Gwen.
Well, she's not awake yet, so it doesn't
Well,
matter.
she can see it later when she gets out.
She doesn't watch this show. Pecan trees on your property. They're good stuff if you get a good, these are paper shell.
Yeah.
They call them paper shell. I don't know why. I
Yeah.
guess because there are pecans that have really thick shells. But yeah, ping. You just get your little nutcracker here, and you go to cracking it like this. I'm gonna get pecan shells everywhere. And if you're good at cracking, then you can leave the meat intact. If you're not good at cracking, then the meat gets all busted up.
Yeah.
So check it out. And you pull the two halves apart and take out that center part. There you go. A perfect nut crack. I'll be right back. Somebody woke up.
Okay. My mom, there's a pecan tree out at my brother's office, and my mom goes out there and she'll pick up pecans and then she'll shell them and she'll toast them and put a little bit of salt on them, and then she makes pies with them and nut cakes, which are good, and takes an art to make correctly. Because sometimes she'll make her nut cakes, which is a regular pound cake, but it's got pecans in it. And if you don't do it right, somehow or another, they'll all settle down to the bottom part of the cake, and that just totally irritates the hell out of her. I don't know whether it's going to be fit to be eaten because all the pecans settled to the bottom.
So, pecans.
You're tasty.
Not pecans. Speaking of southern accents, I was listening to Rocky Top Picker. He's from Tennessee. And he was doing a deal about he was going to try to drive more sales. And what he was going to do was take all of his listings and go to bulk edit and raise them up 100%. And then go back in and run a 50% off sale so that the items would be the exact same price they started, and customers would look at it and say, hey, this item went on a 50% off sale, I better buy it. So my question is, do you think that would work? Because it seemed like if somebody was watching an item and they saw it go 50% off, and it's the same price that they started watching it, they would catch on pretty quick. Yeah, he said he's going to try it. He's a pretty good seller, I think. He's full time, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know.
It seems like hopeful thinking, maybe.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it's like, we've talked about before. When like Kmart was going out of business and they were having their 30% off sale. Well, I bought one of those folding banquet tables for like $14.95. And then they started their going out of business sale. and with 25% off, it was like $22.50.
Hi, Debbie.
So what they did, hey Debbie, what they do is they do that sale price off of suggested retail price. So you need to wait for it to be about 60% off before it gets to be a bargain.
So Sadie, you're saying it's frowned upon for. Does eBay frown on it? Are they going to knock your exposure down if you do that? Okay, Rockstar Flipper suggested something slightly different in the video this weekend. Okay.
You know.
Sexy arm. Yeah, it's me, Debbie. Sexy arm. Ah. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd put that out there for a topic this morning.
I don't know whether that's, yeah, I don't know. I would think that people are looking for something, they're going to steal. They're going to see that with his 50% off, when they do a search for an item, let's just say toothbrush holders.
Okay.
Okay. And they search for toothbrush holders. And they see that Todd, everybody else is selling their toothbrush holders for $2.50. And Todd's is
shoot, I'll sell
$5. $5 with the with 50% off, which brings it back down to $2.50. I don't know. I'm just an old asshole. Okay, I would just block that guy forever because he's trying to not scam somebody, but they're trying to scam somebody. They're trying, I mean, I don't think that's cool. And I think people are smart enough to know that, why is this guy trying to sell it for $5 with 50% off and everybody else is at, $2.50? I don't think people are stupid, but that's my opinion.
Okay. I don't disagree. I mean, that seems like a lot of proof or maybe nothing, but it's kind of a fun experiment. I mean, it's not hurting anybody, I guess, to do that, but
no, I don't know whether do you get a bump if you have the more of a discount you have on it.
I don't think so. I've never. I don't know. I don't have enough evidence to back up anything I would say to answer that. My problem with doing that is I have no way to track the results. If you did that and you were wanting to track the results for your campaign there, would I sell so many different things. I am not niched down. I sell shoes, I sell shirts, I sell small appliances, I smell I sell boots. I sell stereo equipment. I sell hats. And all the hats are different. All the boots are different. It would be very hard to track sales.
I guess it'd have to be like.
How would Rocky Top know if it helped his sell? He's an everything seller too.
Maybe by just the number of sales that he completes. But then again, let's look at the flip side. How many returns is he going to get?
Oh, I don't know that it would affect returns at all. It might.
I can buy this cheaper. You tried to rip me off. I just don't think that's the. I just think that's. I hate to say it, and this is my opinion and not the opinion of the host of the show. I think that's kind of being kind of on the scammy side. You know, knock 15% off of your regular retail price and call it a day.
Well,
because first of all, it's going to take a time. Like you, if you did all of that, it's going to take you a while to, even bulk listing. It's going to take a while to increase the price, and then it's going to take you, then set it up
no, it doesn't take
for
much time at all. You just go into bulk listing and
tell it
raise
the sale price times two.
raise all your prices 100%, and then go into the bulk or go into the promotions and run a 50% off sale. Nothing to it. It wouldn't. It might take 5 minutes to do all that.
Okay. Hello, Cindy. I don't know. I just think that's kind of
just because it's easy doesn't mean it's gonna work.
Yeah. I think that's kind of dodgy. Okay.
So
y'all can interpret my phrase dodgy any way you want
Sadie
to.
thinks it's kind of dodgy too. It worked for Dusty. He always overpriced from the jump and did 50% off. Yeah, but there's a difference in when you first list something, you list it real high and then run sales, as opposed to just taking everything that has a certain price already, raise it up, and then run sales.
Now,
so that's a little different than what Dusty would do.
Correct me if I'm wrong. If you both will it carry the same item number?
No, Phil, that's exactly what I do. I don't do it. I will run a 10% off sale once in a while.
Right.
But that's about all I do.
But
I don't even promote hardly anything.
If he was to do that, excuse me, is he like canceling all the listings and then redoing them? Will he have a new item number? Because if he has the same item number, doesn't watchers and things like that carry over to the editing of the listing? Are you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not canceling the item.
So one of these people that's watching these items, all of a sudden they go back and look at it, and the price has been jacked up, and then 50% discount. I mean,
yeah, I think that would have a negative effect on people watching your item.
It would be, because I didn't watch it. Because like I said, if you want to leave it at the price everybody else is selling it for, and then put it on sale for 10 or 15%, because people will jump at 15%, 10%. And does he do free shipping, or is that included too? I don't think that's a good idea. That's just my opinion, and I'm not a power seller like Todd and Lag, and
that's kind of the point of reselling, Phil.
Yeah.
If we're resellers and you say what Phil just said, then we're all evil.
No, that's called retail. That's called retail. Lag. Anyway.
So I thought I don't know, I'd just throw that out there. I watched his video yesterday in the evening, and I thought, I don't know.
I just think that's kind of dodgy.
That's I don't know. What's your mind? Now, eBay used to, way back, like 7, 8 years ago, they would send a message to watchers saying, the seller has reduced his price for this item.
Right.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They haven't done that for years. Probably 6, 7 years ago they quit doing that. I don't know why. That was a good thing eBay did for us, but they quit doing it. And they also quit having eBay bucks. You remember eBay bucks?
Yeah.
I liked eBay bucks. I was more likely to buy stuff if eBay gave me a 10% coupon. You know, if you buy $500 worth of stuff on eBay and eBay sends you a $50 coupon to use, that's just good business for eBay. Why they ever quit doing that?
Okay, hold it right there before you go back to Texas Bandit. Okay, you bought 8 cases. Was that $3 per item or $3 per case? All this serious talk. Yeah, it's bringing you down.
Lag, we can't always be about fun and games. And this talk to me is interesting, so.
Yeah, it is. You know, you see how other people do stuff.
No, I don't personally offer store coupons. I'm just wondering why eBay quit giving out coupons.
Yeah, that's still a good return on your profit there.
Yeah, Phil's making bank on those.
Yeah, even at $19. You know, that's $16. How many are in a case? I don't watch QVC. I didn't even know QVC was around. I don't know.
Was Phil buying them for the case by the case? No, he bought them for $3 per item.
Yeah, there's 24. Okay, well that's some damn good money.
What difference does it make how many's in a case if he bought them for 3?
There's 24 in a case.
What's 24 times 8? A whole bunch.
Yeah, a whole bunch. 24 times 8.
That would be
is 192.
What? Be 162, wouldn't it? No, what's 24 times 8?
24 times 8 is 192 according to this calculator.
Oh, okay. I could be wrong.
So let's say times 14 after
that's true
fees and stuff like that. That's about $2,600. Pow.
Lag, they haven't even advertised the next auction yet, Lag. How would you know? I don't know for coupons or money. I just promote at 3%. I should promote my common items more, but I pretty much don't.
What is he?
Yep. It's 248. What? 8 times 24. That's 170. I don't know.
8 times 24 is 192. Okay. 24 with the 800. 8 times 4 is 32.
Okay.
And 8 times 2 is 16.
We got it. It's
That's 192.
Lag's just trying to stir up some shit.
I know.
If you stir up shit, it starts stinking, Lag.
Mathematics.
I just tried to do math in my head and it didn't work, and Tom set me right, and then Lag had to jump in.
Well, I have a button on my keyboard that I can push and I can pull up a calculator. So, just saying.
All right. I guess we're done talking about raising your price. It sounds like nobody in the side chat here is doing that either. A bunch of people run sales, but nobody raises their prices and then offers a discount of the same amount.
I just think it's kind of dodgy.
I'd like to see his upcoming videos and see if he's successful at it, but I don't see how you would track it. You know, if you got items that people want to buy, how you going to know if that's because it was on a 50% off sale or they just wanted it?
Since some people just apparently didn't do too well in grade school math, according to including lag. Yesterday, I did a lot of moving around stuff. I can actually see the floor in this sunroom. Cleaned out my storage unit. I mean my utility room. And so before I went to bed last night, I took a preemptive gabapentin so I could get out of bed this morning.
Is that hail? We're getting weather this morning.
Are you? And so during the night, I had a dream because gabapentin makes you have some crazy dreams. Apparently,
man, we got a big old gust of wind coming through.
Wow.
Hope we're not on I wonder if we're on a tornado watch.
Apparently, they were going to recall my high school diploma because I hadn't passed a fourth grade math class. I mean, English class. So I had to go back and do this fourth grade English class. And this is not like 10-year-old Tommy. This is 66-year-old Tom. And I was being bullied by two 10-year-old girls. Oh, Lord. So here's the moral of the story, or the outcome of the story. Do not take gabapentin before you go to bed. Because it will make you have some crazy dreams.
Look at that line of thunderstorms coming through.
Dang, Todd.
It's windy, man.
Do you need to go down to the cellar?
Nah.
I'm off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Look how fast the wind is blowing from south to north on those clouds. Sheesh.
It's they prescribe it for I take it for my arthritis. It works at the nerve level, not the that's what it does. It works at the nerve level. No, I don't go to the mall, Jabez.
That's a long line of thunderstorms right there.
Yeah, Todd, y'all be careful.
Eh.
You got the chickens tied.
Tornadoes come out of single cells usually.
Yeah. Okay, since you mentioned tornadoes, let me jump into gaming mode here for a second. One of the features of the new Farm Simulator 25 is that tornadoes appear. And it's been getting a lot of not people being wanting to ban the game or anything like that, but they just don't think that should be part of the game, because you can be farming and a tornado will form and wipe out your stuff. Yeah, you can turn it off, but it's people don't think that's what you should have in a game. But if you're farming out west, that's a fact of life. But it happens in Poland because there's a Poland map that I'm playing on, and it happens there too. And I don't know whether they get tornadoes in Poland.
Man, that's a strong wind. Hope it doesn't knock a tree onto my internet connection. Anyway, okay, I got another question this morning.
Okay.
How's everybody's fourth quarter coming? Are your sales increasing?
Yeah. If I listed more, it would be.
Mine kind of are, but I've kind of been doing a lot of good listings. So let's just see what I sold this weekend. It's my show. I can do this.
Yeah.
Da da da. All right, I got 17 orders for $746. And that's above average. So it's Saturday and Sunday sales. This is a fishing pole case. This is another one of those toy gun parts that eBay has taken down 3 different items of these that I had. But those are still up. I sold some China. This is going to be fun to pack up. But they're just cups and saucers, so it won't be too bad.
Right.
Those sold for $40. I got those cheap. I always get my China cheap. I sold some gardening anchor pins. You know, you put down your no-grow cloth, and then
Right.
you pin it down. That's what those are for. I sold a pair of boots that I got from the Lutherans last week for $35. Sold an NCIS hat. I got some hats from John Flippin' Ain't Easy. This is one of them. It didn't sell for much, but I knew it wouldn't, so I didn't price it high. I went for $8 plus shipping. This was a good sale. I got these at a garage. No, I got these at the auction. It's like a folder of
Like cross stitch floss.
cross stitch floss holder. You still had tags on the case, but somebody had loaded it completely full with floss. So that was a really good sale. I don't think I got that and a bunch of cross stitch patterns. So I've had this for 2 years. It's one of those Copenhagen Christmas plates. Don't pick those up. They're not worth the trouble.
What's that?
Those Christmas plates.
Oh, yeah.
Sold a Zach Thomas 54. Who'd I get this from? I bought that from another reseller. I know.
Go Dolphins.
Whatnot or something. These boots also came from the evil Lutherans.
Those are nice looking.
Yeah, I gave $6 for these. Cleaned them up a little bit. Look, they have mismatched laces. This one's got black laces. This one's got the brown with the yellow stripe lace. Gore-Tex.
You're gonna throw in a pack of laces.
No, I don't
So
know
they can.
exactly. Danner boots. Don't walk past Danner boots. They are high dollar. They're good. I sold those for $70. I got this Bose Sound Touch at the auction. I got 2 of these. I got the Sound Touch 20 and a Sound Touch 10, and some earphones for $45 from the auction. I took an offer of $110. I've had this phone for like 3 years. It's a brand new touch. It's got a dial on it, but you just touch it. It's got buttons. So that's finally sold.
I got a question for you. Oh, that's a Series 3. Maybe that's the difference. Let me look at this. Okay, I was just looking because there was one guy on eBay that's got it for like $342, but that's a Series 3. What series is yours?
On what?
Your Bose SoundTouch 20.
I don't remember. It's a SoundTouch 20. That's all I know.
Well, it makes a big difference, like a $200 difference.
Well, I didn't have the remote,
Okay.
And it had a rough spot on one corner. So I got 5 of these at the auction, and this is the second one of these I've sold. I took an offer of 35 bucks. I sold a piece of glass. I think I got this from the Lutherans for like $5. Rosenthal glass bowl.
See, I don't mess with anything like that unless it's got a name on the bottom of it.
Well, that one does.
Because I can't tell whether it's glass or crystal or what, so I'm just let that flow.
So from the auction, I bought a softball bag with bats and gloves. I already sold one of the bats for $22, and I sold this glove.
I'm busy.
Yesterday for 26 bucks. I sold another one of the holsters. That was the same auction that I got the laser pointer and the scope from.
I'm busy here. Lay down.
And then I sold a mailbox. Brand new.
Dang, these Rawlings baseball gloves are expensive new.
It depends on the model.
Oh, I'm just scanning down through all of them. I'm looking at the Rawlings site, so that's retail price, but like $300.
So yeah, that's excellent weekend of sales. That's Saturday and Sunday sales, right? 17th, 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 17th. Then 16th, 16th, 16th. Yeah, that's all Saturday and Sunday. And I can't remember if I had any orders on Saturday that came in before I quit shipping on Saturday morning. So there may have been another 1 or 2. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty good sales for me. I hope it keeps going like that all the rest of the fourth quarter. Last year I had a pretty good fourth quarter. You're in an eBay timeout. You always say that in this. They like, my sales are down. Yeah,
are your sales just really slow, Anissa, or did you get in trouble with?
I actually got 2 pair of Danner boots from that. You remember that ugly pair of boots I got that I showed last week?
Right.
And 24K said, man, I ain't put my hands in no dirty ass shoes, like that. So, where are they at? Those are the. I cleaned them up. I say, where'd I put those?
Do you have a can of that stuff like they use at bowling alleys? They spray inside the shoes.
I should, but I don't.
I was making a joke because I don't know whether that stuff would be. They would have to have hazmat spray the stuff that really would take to clean up those bowling shoes.
Where did those go? Anyway, I brought that up because they cleaned up pretty nice.
Nice.
I mean, not great because they had a lot of wear on them, but let's see.
Nice pedaling.
Where'd those go? Anyway,
did Mr. Sadie go pro poker playing?
no, he hadn't hardly been playing at all. At least if he has, he hadn't been telling me he's been playing.
Right. Have you been playing?
Yeah, I play almost every evening. My routine is kind of like do the show, pack my orders, go to the post office, then come home and I'll start listing about 11 and I'll list till about 3-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe do some research, maybe watch some YouTube. I'll do about 4 hours of work a day. And then in the evenings, I'll watch some YouTube while I'm playing poker.
Oh, okay. Good morning, Glock.
You wouldn't buy a pair of Danner boots, clean them up, and sell them for $50, James? Okay. Oh, I did make a. Let me show you the other pair of boots. I did list them. Let's see. I'll get there eventually. So.
Foxy, get off my keyboard.
James is not going to get nasty boots. I mean, they clean up. If you changed a dirty diaper, you can clean a pair of boots. Oh my God. Y'all quit being such wusses.
Yeah, that's right. He probably never cleaned up, had to change a dirty diaper.
So these were just totally nasty. Y'all told me last week, oh, those are gross. Ew. Danner boots. And I wouldn't have done it except they're Danner boots. They were dirty. They were scuffed up. They were nasty looking. Y'all remember that? Were y'all in here with us when I showed this pair? Yeah, they cleaned up okay. I mean, they're not great. That's why I'm offering them $45 for normally $100 boots, because they do have wear on them. They do have scuffs, but
how much could you find those on the Danner website to see how much they were, or is that just a new pair?
Here, let's just do a quick comp. And we go, this is the model, and we go to sold listings. So there's a pair that sold for 50, there's a pair that sold for 30. That's kind of a different.
How much is the shipping on that thing? On that pair that was like for $30?
I don't know. Here's a pair just like them that sold for 82.
Right. Back up, Todd, to that that listing that was how much is the shipping on that?
Which one?
The one that's $30. Is that $11?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was $100. That's the reason I was thinking, damn, where they shipped that thing from? Peru? Okay, thank you. That answered my question.
He put one of those fancy Man, he put it on every picture. He put the fancy Photoshop on the picture. Anyway, so you wouldn't spend 15 minutes cleaning up a pair of Danner boots to sell them for 45, huh?
If it was cheap enough.
Yeah, work boots sell. I can't keep work boots in stock.
I see kids, when I say kids, I'm talking about teenagers, wearing work boots to school. You know, I don't. Is that a fashion trend? I don't know. Anissa, is that a fashion trend amongst teenagers? Which you have girls, so that might not apply to them. But I see boys, teenage boys, wearing them.
Lag, you're just a snooty snoot looking down your nose at us poor little $10 and $15 item sellers.
I don't know why this comes in here.
Because he likes giving us a hard time.
He sells more in one day than everybody else does in the damn year.
I haven't found a pair of roofer boots. Some lazy
guys. Either that or they think he's out an outdoorsman, hunting and fishing and mountain climbing.
James, do you make I don't make $100 an hour reselling. I figured up in 2023, I sat down pencil and paper and pen and paper, added up all my sales from 2023 and divided out 4 hours a day and how many weeks I thought I worked during the year. And it averaged out to like somewhere between $32 and $34 an hour. That's kind of been my average for several years.
Anissa?
But James, you're saying you don't. Are you actually making $100 an hour reselling? You must have some really good stuff.
Yeah. Anissa, do you girls not want to wear work boots? Are you not allowing them to wear work boots? Or are they little princesses and they wear the Prada pumps instead of work boots?
Glock, you're full of.
Yeah.
When's the next clean auction? I bet they're going to have one this weekend because the last one was a week and a half ago. They usually have them twice a month. So I would imagine that they're going to have one this weekend.
Maybe where you live, Lag.
Yeah, but my point with those boots peddling profits was those ones that I just showed, they were beat to hell. Tom, you remember them? They looked ugly, right?
Yeah.
And they cleaned up pretty good.
So, Todd, let me ask you a question. If you were going to go specialize on one item or one category of products and get rid of everything else, even though it'd break your heart to get rid of all the Band-Aids and the toothbrush holders, what would you steer towards? Your hats, your boots, electronics?
My problem is I can't find enough items in one category to specialize like that. But
well, let's just say that you got you a new SUV and you and Gwen started out on Monday and you covered the state of Texas, which will take you a month. hitting yard sale, flea markets and not flea, yeah, flea markets and thrift stores and the chain of Lutheran stores.
Yeah, James, you got that lawn service that brings you in quite a bit, right? James, aren't you the one that does the landscaping business? Anyway,
If you're making $200 an hour, why are you messing around with this? Unless you like it for fun.
dang, he must be able to do 3 yards in like an hour, which I suppose would be.
Uh, I'd do all the Beanie Babies if I could. Glock, really.
I think something like
Power washing.
jewelry
Whoa.
and watches, gold and silver jewelry and watches. But I can't find enough of it at a good price to just sell only that. Oh yeah, power washing. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? Listen. It takes a while to do power washing. And I know that's your business, but dang, to average that much, you must be expensive.
Well, he may not be expensive. He may just be fast, efficient. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt that he makes that much. It's just leather crafter. That's cool. I like selling leather craft tools.
Well, if you're a leather crafter, James, you ought to have your own line of pocketbooks. Purses, excuse me. Pocketbooks sound so old. The James go, who are you carrying? I'm carrying a James W.
Head of pediatrics.
You have, Mr. Sadie. I don't know about the Missouri, but the rest of the world, you have to go to medical school for that.
I don't know. With that many grandkids, and great grandkids, he's probably pretty good at pediatrics.
He's walking by somebody, and their baby's crying. He just says, "Oh, they need to be changed," or by the look on their face, you know.
I
Oh
think
goodness.
if I could only sell one type of thing, I'd want it to be something small like watches and jewelry, or I don't know.
Speaking of watches, how did that ever
I
end
can't
up?
concentrate on something I've done for a hobby. I mean, I know quite a bit about a few things. I don't know a whole lot about you know, but but I made a lot of money this year selling stuff I don't know anything about. I ain't gonna stop doing that. I made a lot of money selling scuba gear.
Yeah.
I don't know squat about scuba gear. I made a lot of money this year selling sports equipment and motorcycle gear.
Right.
I, I mean, I played baseball and a little bit of basketball in school and stuff, but bum, bum. I would sell band instruments, but you can't find good ones at a decent price enough to make that all that I sell.
And you can buy them. You can buy a trumpet from Temu with free shipping for $19.95.
Well, that's just stupid. That's
I'm being serious. I'm not.
yeah.
I looked at it the other day. I was looking at instruments, and they're like 19.95 shipped.
Yeah, I can imagine an instrument from Temu. First, it would fall apart after about 3 months. Second, uh, it would sound like they just wouldn't make a good sound. I mean, they're just crappy instruments.
Now, do you have any of the instruments from when you were in band or a teacher, or did you have any instruments when you were teaching of your own?
Yeah, I always kept a clarinet and a trumpet and a flute and a French horn and
Well,
a
you ought to just spend a little bit of
trombone.
money and make you a video. This is a $20 flute from Timu, and this is a $300 blah 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 flute. Can you tell a difference?
Yeah, I'm not ambitious enough to do that.
So if anybody takes that idea because they play an instrument, could you? I take a I wear a size 7-day cruise on Carnival for that
Yeah,
idea.
I agree, James. I'm an everything seller because I can't find enough of one thing. I certainly wouldn't sell just China, even though I just sold some. That's too hard. Too hard to pack up. It's not hard to buy cheap, it's just hard to pack it up. If I wanted to be China and glass seller, I could have tons of that stuff. But I don't want to concentrate on that. It's just too hard. Once you get an order, you have to spend like 30 minutes packing a $40 order.
Yeah, that's just my luck. Everything would get broken.
What if you could make more by just I need anything. What? I don't understand that. Yeah, Sadie niched down to pacifiers. He got a whole buttload of those.
Yeah, instruments are expensive to wear.
Yeah, to wear.
I mean, to
To
repair.
repair. Yeah, they are. If I only bought instruments, I would concentrate on trumpets and trombones and baritones and mainly the brass instruments because they're not as expensive to put in playing condition.
Right.
You get a clarinet that needs a repad and you're out $150, $200.
When I was in high school, there was a guy named Jack, and he played clarinet. I mean, he had everything from a regular clarinet to the little short clarinet to a bass clarinet. And his dad told him he better learn how to repad that stuff because he bought a couple of them. He bought a couple of them that needed new pads on it, and his dad was not going to pay for to have it repadded. So Jack and our band director
Morning, Harry.
repadded one of them.
Hey, Harry, I sold some china and a glass bowl. Hey, you'd be proud of me. Harry sells glass. In fact, Harry gets a lot of stuff that's hard to ship. Like Coleman lanterns, they aren't just the easiest things to pack.
No.
But he loves Coleman lanterns. He loves that fragile glass stuff. Fenton and all that. Bolo butt cream.
I think I'm going to
So,
buy. I think I'm going to buy this collection of Reader's Digest condensed books for $6, and I'm going to send it to the head of Disney and say, "Hey, tell your script writers to sit down and read through these damn books and see if they can find a new story to make a movie about." Sorry, I was checking on something on High Bed, and what can I say?
all right, I got one more thing to share.
Okay,
How are your sales coming for the year?
You talking about me?
Anybody?
What I put into it.
As compared to last year. Like, all right, here we go. This year, compared to the same period last year, my gross sales are 73,247, which is up almost 14% from last year. My net sales after shipping and taxes and eBay fees is 44,531. Of course, you got to take out what Uncle Sam gives, and you got to take out cost of goods out of that.
Thank God you can go apply for food stamps off of that earnings.
So now last year, 2023, I sold $75,000 worth. And this 73,247 plus that watch that Chad sold for me, 2024 already so far is more than 2023. Ta-da! So my sales are up this year. But they say if you're not growing, then you're going backwards. If you're staying the same, inflation will cut you down some.
Yeah.
So you got to
Harry,
be growing.
you get the film for those old film projectors?
Do what?
He said sales are good. Old film projectors, they're hot, at least they are for me, and they sell.
So
I'm
having a record year selling.
Well, good.
Mike says his sales are good thanks to Mr. Biden. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's a sad deal that music teachers have had to go and actually tell prospective music students, you really don't want to buy this stuff. It's bad. Don't buy it.
Well, I bet the brass instruments that you're getting for cheap prices are thin. The metal is thin, so it gives you a more of a tin sound than a hearty sound like a trumpet or a baritone or a trombone. You get what I'm saying? I'm sure that makes a bit all yes, Bell and Howell.
So Harry's selling projectors pretty good, huh?
They're good. A lot of people have. I watch, house walkthroughs on YouTube, and like people that's got like small home theaters, they use them for decoration. It's good for you. Do you actually buy the film strips too, Harry?
Tom, I just listed a big old bunch of 8mm films yesterday. Or was it the day before?
Well, send me a link to them.
You want to see them?
Yeah.
These were... Oh, we got Jake in here. Morning, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
Good morning.
What's up in Amish country?
It was all excited last week.
Excited?
Yeah.
Everybody had their flags out on the back of their buggies.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. They were all excited they won.
So the Amish are the ones that put Trump over the top.
I wouldn't certainly, I wouldn't go that far to say that it made the only difference, but I think it was a group that was probably significant. I mean, as you can imagine, there wasn't a single vote for the other party.
So these home movies were made by a master sergeant in the Air Force in the 1960s. And a bunch of it is like in Europe and Netherlands. There's one that says Grand Canyon and Dam, which would be Hoover Dam, right? Yeah, 1963. So.
And what is that, film or slides?
Those are 8mm films. So I listed them for $65 or best offer. I don't know what they're worth. They didn't cost very much. I got them from the auction.
Those are pretty. Those are fairly decent. You're in the right ballpark.
So there might.
So how do you view these things? Is it
a projector?
You got to have a
slide projector.
Yeah.
No, not a slide. These aren't
No?
slides. These are films.
Oh, okay.
Movies.
Like
movies.
Movies. Okay.
I have a scanner.
Wait, so how can you use a scanner if it's film?
Because it scans one frame at a time, and then when you play it back, it plays it back on. It creates an MP4.
Oh, gotcha. Wow. Okay.
I don't know how he got film of East Berlin in 1960s, but because that place was locked down behind the Iron Curtain.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But these people that have see, this is kind of different. But these people that have 8mm film of their kids, 5 years of Christmas presents and that kind of stuff, and they want like $75 for like eight.
Yeah, nobody wants those.
That's nothing special. You've got some special 8mm film of something special, that can go for big bucks. But like weddings and stuff like that, unless somebody's looking for, unless somebody is like in the bridal business and they want to have them on their displays and their.
Yeah, here's little Johnny opening his train set at Christmas, probably isn't all that great.
Now, mind you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jack.
I was going to say the only thing that might be in some cases special would be if there was film of particular, I don't know, specific toys for a specific era,
right,
or something like that. I think that might be the one caveat. If it's like Johnny opening his Christmas presents, but other than that, I don't really know. Maybe I'm uninformed.
No, it's I've looked at some because I have a bunch of them, and I see Christmas presents like I had one of those.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So those might actually do okay then, huh?
Yeah.
What are you sending me?
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are interested in what geography looked like back when.
Right. I mean, it's like I've got one up on my 8mm channel it was a place called Frontierland, in Cherokee, Cherokee, North Carolina, which was an amusement park, sort of. It's now gone, and it is now where the Harrah's Casino sits. So,
So Sadie sent me a picture here. He's got Bugs Bunny phone. He's got a Mickey Mouse phone. He's got a Snoopy phone. Those are cool. Do they sell okay? Nobody. I think these would sell better if people still had
landlines.
landlines.
Yeah.
But they're still pretty cool just to have one laying around.
I can't. Somebody mentioned the Tyson fight. Was that like by points that what's his name won by, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Points.
Yeah,
Okay.
I heard it was a big nothing burger. It was just.
Yeah. I've heard
The first round was probably the most interesting round, if you call it interesting, if you're in that kind of thing. But the rest of it was.
Mike should have just knocked him out in the first round and just called it a day instead of playing with that boy.
Yeah, but did you look at the contract of the specifics on how they each got paid, depending on how the fight went?
No.
If either one of them knocked the other one out I think it was the first and second round, either first or second, like the payout was much less.
So
I think Tyson ended up making 25 and Paul made 40 or something like that.
Dang.
1,000 or
million.
Million?
Yeah.
Well, Mike should have just knocked his ass out in the first round and took his 10 million and went about it and saved face. Isn't he like a YouTuber?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Knocked his ass out. Call it a day. Saving face is more better. Sometimes it's more. 10 million, 25 million. I think I could get by the 5 million I'd have after I paid the taxes on it, just to be.
Cowboys are going to play Houston again tonight, and they're probably just going to get killed again. Houston whooped them about 8 weeks ago. Ugh. Cowboys are bad this year. Bad. Ugh.
Yeah, money grab for both peddling.
Somebody made a lot of money on that fight,
Yeah.
Besides those guys.
Yeah.
Wow, Phil just sold 6 cans of spray paint for $129. Way to go. Whoop whoop.
Well, there was a line of paint that was
5 more years
being discontinued, and it was a spray paint, and it was a gold color, and that sucker was going for like $60 a daggum can.
Yeah, there were certain varieties of Krylon that were going for crazy money. I don't know if that's the one you're referring to, but
I think it was a Krylon. It was a gold metal flake or something like that. They were discontinuing, and
that's the thing about Krylon is they're always discontinuing.
Yeah, Beard had some of that a couple of years ago, and he sold it for big bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it Dusty? Somebody.
No, it was Beard. So what are you out and about doing today, Jake?
I just finished at the gym.
Oh, are you?
Just finished up.
You feel like Rocky?
Who's Rocky?
Who's Rocky? He doesn't know,
Balboa, the movies.
Did I make it believable?
Yeah, you did. Because, remember,
I can believe it because you were brought up so sheltered.
Yeah,
right.
Well, Rocky 17 just came out, so you should have known about that.
I did not know about that one.
Well,
I do know Rocky, but I don't guess I've ever watched any of it.
I saw the first one at the theater.
Was that the women's fight, Sadie? Somebody said the women's fight before the Tyson fight was a great fight, fun to watch, and
Yeah, Katie and Emma.
That's because women are vicious.
It
I'm,
it
I'm,
was it was a scenario where let's see, I guess Katie was the defending champion, and she's been known to do the illegal headbutts. Well, she did 4 of those in this match, which caused the eye split.
yeah. Sadie sent me this picture there for you, Jake. Is that what you feel like this morning?
Sure.
Standing on the steps of Independence Hall in Philadelphia that you just ran up. There's a whole thing about people going to Philadelphia, putting on their sneakers and doing that same run up that Rocky did,
and then stand up at the top.
I would stop about after the 4th step and sit down and
catch my breath.
Wait, how many steps are there?
It looks like a bunch. I don't know.
It's more than I'm going to run up. I've mentioned it before. Not on this channel though, but I have a friend that's he was the head coach at a high school, and his wife messed up her ankle, and she was the girls coach. And he said, he would go to the home games. He would go to the girls' games, basketball games, and watch them play. He was there doing his, thing.
Oh, that's right. Swamp, they did put up a Rocky Balboa statue on those steps, didn't they?
Yeah. And he said that, his wife was out and the assistant coach was running the show and he was just there. And because that was before the days of men going into girls' bathrooms, changing rooms. But anyway, he said...
Be right back. I got to get some more coffee.
All right. He said, those bitches are mean. He said they would... The umpire or the referee was always trying to breaking up something. He said he was be afraid for his boys to play with those girls because, they'll do the pushing and shoving and stuff like that. He said them girls were grabbing hair.
I'm sure. They probably weren't afraid of getting called out by the refs at that point.
They weren't. And Todd, you left us on the daggum. Left you on full screen.
He's full screen and off screen.
Yeah. But anyway, he said those girls were aggressive. And he said his boys were some of the biggest ones in the state. And he said he was afraid those girls would make him cry. So I could just see 2 girls boxing,
It was a pretty solid fight, I would say. Again, I'm not that much into it. I watched it with my brother and his wife. She's a black belt, and so she enjoys some of those types of watching those fights. She's a black belt herself. I wouldn't try to take her. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. Nowadays, especially when you're south of the Mason-Dixon line, it might not be too cool to mess with any lady because you never know what she's carrying in her purse.
She definitely carries as a backup. I know that much.
So what you headed to do now? Fix somebody's plumbing?
I am headed shortly to check on a flooring project that's ongoing. So I hired my brother to do a project at the townhouse complex.
Right.
And so they started that. But I guess technically they started Friday or Thursday to rip out the carpet. But then they're going to start with installing the new flooring, the LVP.
Right.
They started this morning. They had enough to get started, and Lowe's just delivered about 30 minutes ago. They delivered the order for everything else. So I'm gonna go check on that. They'll be working there all week. Well, They work Monday through Thursday, 4 10-hour days. So they'll be there. I gotta go take one of them their check, but they hadn't picked up yet.
I was messaging with a buddy of mine down in the lower part of the state. He's a contractor, and he was talking about that they were. Todd, get us off of the main. Your coin is what's on the screen.
Who cares?
He was talking because they wanted to see mine and Jake's lovely face, not your coin. He was talking about that this guy wanted a house built.
Mm-hmm.
It's out in the middle of 100 acres. And he said that, no, get rid of that. I haven't put my makeup on or nothing today, Todd. I'm still in my bathrobe. Excuse me.
Todd, you said you needed to go get more coffee.
Sorry, Jake. Wait. Do it again. Somebody saw you.
Okay.
I know. Somebody's screenshotting it, right? Oh, you want me to be full screen?
He's double fisting it there.
Double fisting 8 shots of espresso.
Oh, wow.
I don't have my sticker.
No wonder he's so thin. He'll get out and run beside the car in just a minute. But he said that they were working. The guy said, we don't have to work. We don't have any HOA. We don't have any neighbors. You start and finish when you get ready. I just want this house done in 60 days. And he said it's a high quality build. They didn't they didn't cut any corners on it. But he said his guys were there at like 5 in the morning, and about 11 o'clock at night they were leaving. And he said, and they wanted to. And matter of fact, the guy that hung the sheetrock hung it between 12 and 5 in the morning.
Okay. Well, nobody else was there. That makes sense.
But he said, they were just because that whole having a next door neighbor and hanging sheetrock or building an addition onto your house is kind of frowned upon about in 2 o'clock in the morning. So
depends on where you are, yeah.
So where they're putting the floor in, is that the same complex that the lady had to move out of for a few days? I think he just hung up.
He froze.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same property. Right. Not the same building, but same property.
Y'all must have had a lot of flooding there.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fair amount of.
Lay down.
Yeah, it was a fair amount of flood. Just that particular property had maybe a third to a half of it flooded, but as far as the dirt goes, only one building actually had water get inside of the building, and that was half of a. So they're all quadplexes. Each building is a quadplex, and so they But this floor replacement is not related to the flood.
Oh,
this was a pre-planned flooring replacement due to the floor just being nearly worn out.
Right. How old is the complex?
It was built in the 70s. So 5 buildings, 5 quads were built starting in I think 1969 was the first one built, and then the rest of them were built across, about a year or two apart.
You caught me.
I hope he doesn't wait till I retire. I want that Tesla airplane right now. All I need to do is upgrade my drone license.
There you go.
Get your what? Your drone license?
I have one. I have my drone license.
Haven't heard from Mark how his drone business is going lately. Oh, you get a card?
Oh, yeah, you get a card.
You're a card-carrying member of the Drone Ambassadors of America.
All right.
That's cool.
UAS from the FAA.
Cool.
Universal
Unmanned aerial. Unmanned aerial, I don't know, system. Yeah.
Universal aerial asshole. UAS. UAS.
Small unmanned aircraft system. There we go.
All righty. I got to get out of here, Todd.
Yeah, I got to pack orders, and Jake has to paint.
No,
floors or
I am
something.
not. I am not painting today. Nope, 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 nope.
He's gonna stop and have him a big breakfast. He's worked off a bunch of calories. He's gonna go get him a big breakfast from Denny's, and
He doesn't need breakfast.
Denny's.
He's got coffee.
I don't even know I don't even know if there is still Denny's around. My aunt who is 94 that was at my mom's over the weekend, they go and have breakfast at Shoney's, and I'm like, Shoney's? Y'all have a Shoney's? And they're like, yep. I said, that Shoney, we haven't had a Shoney's in Charlotte in 25 years.
We had 2 Shoney's within 10 miles of here. One was about a mile away, and one was 10 miles. That closed within the last 3 years. Bulldozed one of them down. All right, well, I gotta go.
All right, we'll see you later.
All right, folks. Thanks for showing up. We'll be on times in the morning.
Yeah.
And then about noon today, I like to watch Primo Chemo.
Right.
And then 5 o'clock, gotta watch John the Flippin' Ain't Easy show. So I got my day planned.
Well, good. We'll see y'all later.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks. Bye.